Alright, so just got through reading Genesis chapter 11, the Tower of Babel, and what do I see here? It's more of the, okay, we had all this tribalism going on in the previous chapters with the sons of Noah. It's a lot of tribalism. It's a lot of places that actually exist. It's a lot of justification. It's a lot of domain giving. We just have a lot of fluff in the last ones with the lineage. And we come in here and it says, the people moved eastward. They found the plain of Shinar, settled there. They said, come, let's make bricks. So they began to build a city. Is what this is really telling you. This is telling us where the first cities came from. And then the Lord, then they said, come, let's build ourselves a city in the tower that reaches to the heavens, so that we may make a name for ourselves. Otherwise we will be scattered over the face of the whole earth. So this is really a caricature of these people who are building this city. It's a caricature saying, we're going to go and we're going to meet the gods, and we got to do this or else we're going to be scattered all over the face of the earth. Oh no! That it's really kind of making fun of them. But then the Lord came down to see the city and the tower. So we get this image of this Lord descending, this God hovering down out of the clouds and looking at this thing and saying, if as one people speaking the same language they have begun to do this, then nothing they plan to do will be impossible for them. Come, let us go down and confuse their languages, so they will not understand each other. So God is he's a ringleader of these thugs now. He has these, now we've been introduced to his sons and the Nephilim, and we know they didn't die in the flood. So kind of get this picture of like this thug of a guy who's leading his troops and saying, let's go scramble them all up. let's go send them all over the earth, because that's the thing they want the least in making their city. And we have to destroy the city because it might reach up to our domain. We don't want them to get too close to God. Don't stand so close to me. And that's why it's called Babel. Like, we all of a sudden get this justification, like, and that is why it's called Babel, because the Lord confused the language of the whole world. Haha. Such a joke. Like, that's the punchline of the joke. From there, the Lord scattered them over the face of the whole earth. So he did the thing. He destroyed their city. Now you look at this as an overview of things. This is humanity coming out of tribalism and coming out of pantheism and moving into to this idea that God dwells in a house. To then God is everywhere. He's not in the house anymore. He doesn't like this again. Again, God is a destroying force. God is destroying Babylon, not Babel, the Tower of Babel. He's destroying them not because they've done anything wrong, but they're building a tall city, and if they can do that, think how powerful they could be. We can't have them becoming too powerful. So it's more of the same types of reinforcing of behavior of this vengeful God who throws a temper tantrum, a storm god who throws a temper tantrum and destroys things and scatters people and is a dividing force, not a God of love, not a unifying force, not a kind being, not a benevolent being, other than to say, hey, I won't destroy you again and I'll just give you stable seasons from now on. That's we're good, right? We're good after that. So then we get from Shem to Abram, and this is interesting. I've never seen it not be Abraham. Of course, I am Bible ignorant. I will admit it. I am Bible ignorant. I've not had a lot of exposure to it. I've had more exposure to the history of the Bible than the actual Bible. And that's why I really just see different this is sewn together and cobbled together. And it's... and then these people had these people who had these people who had these people. And then Terah. And then Abram's family, Terah. Abraham and Sarah. And Terah. And Sarai was childless, and we get into all that in the and Chaldeans, I don't know how to say that, but I don't know. There's just a lot that's distasteful in this. Who cares about this lineage? They give us no reason to actually care about where this lineage is going. They give us no indication of why we care about Pegleg and Ryu. Why do we care? What's the point? Why do we care about how long they lived? We know that doesn't comport with reality. Why do we care how old they were when they had a kid? Why do we care about Terah? It doesn't give us... Who cares? Why are we paying attention to this? I'm going to keep reading. I'm impatient. I'm just impatient. I want to know. Let's go to Genesis chapter 12 reading.